Well, hello everybody. Looks like we're back again with another installment of Rush, Part 4, titled Roadhouse Massacre. And when you hear the word massacre, you know what it's about to be. It's about to get bloody, baby. A little bit, a little bit. But, like I said, the story continues and the plot thickens. A little recap if nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Rush is based upon an escaped prison inmate named Matthew Locke. He's got a habit of killing, and he's taking a road trip across country doing what he does best, kill. But unfortunately, like any killer, doesn't want to be caught. Kate, what's going on? We're here, part 4, Roadhouse Massacre. I hope you're ready. The plot thickens. But yeah, he's on a mission. Well, can't really say a mission. He's just causing a bunch of chaos and doing what he does best. But unfortunately, he's came across a hitchhiker that seems to be a little weird. Goes by the name of Jeffrey. His last name, I don't know. He's just weird. Not in a gay way, but just, he's got he's kind of obsessed with the killing or whatever. I think he senses Matthew's killer inside or something like that. So he's taking an obsession. But sometimes they don't want it. They do want to get caught. You're right. You're right. Sometimes they do want to get caught. Well, by the end of this part, we might be on a different path. Or maybe he just enjoys killing and, he just wants to keep doing it. Hey, but Kate, that's purely speculation at this point. I don't even know how it's going to end. But I was writing this part during Glory B's live earlier because she inspired me to pick up the pen, and the live she was doing gave me inspiration. So shout out to Glory B and your inspiring live. Anywho, oh man, but yeah, this part's entitled Roadhouse Massacre. We left. Oh God, I can't even talk. We last left our protagonist. He had just pulled into a motel. He was getting him a room, trying to rest up a little bit, trying to figure things out because he knew that sooner or later, as soon as he escaped the prison, he knew sooner or later they're going to come looking. They're going to find the dead guard's body in the prison. They're going to see that he was stripped. His car was stolen. They're going to notice that the store clerk, wherever he stopped at, it could have been a state over or a county over, wherever, that's going to come up. So state police and all this other stuff sooner or later is going to have his picture. They're going to be advertising all over TV and news, counties, cities, wherever. He knew this. He knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when and where it was going to be noticed and how long it was going to take to get that done. But in the meantime, he's got his hands full with good old backwoods Jeffrey, which is something weird about this man because, tell me, how in the hell does Jeffrey tend to be at places before Matthew gets there? It's just weird. He doesn't have a car like Matthew has. Matthew's been stealing cars, throughout his journey. Jeffrey has no car. He's always on foot. It's just him and a duffel bag. Something is up with this guy. It's awkward, and not a lot is being told about Jeffrey, like a backstory or nothing like that, because he's mysterious. There's a mystery behind him. Maybe he's kind of like Michael Myers. You're never really supposed to know a backstory, you know. And let's just say he's redneck as hell, because I'll have to change voices when I read his parts, because he's got that old hillbilly, yeah, brother. Just that kind of stuff. Well, anyways, enough ranting and raging, and my spirit God has told me to continue the story. So here we go. Rush, Part 4, Roadhouse Massacre. Matthew pulls into a packed parking lot, loud music in the background. Bikers, college students, locals hanging around posted up. Making his way inside, walking up to the bar to order a drink, looking around, scoping the scene. Starting to feel relaxed and mellow. He starts to get a feeling that someone is watching him. Also notices on the TV above him, the news was reporting live at the motel he had just left. Leaning down, trying to hide his face, a woman walks up asking for a dance. Hey, sexy, you want to dance? I don't dance. Just trying to relax and release some stress. But I'm going to have to pass on the dance. From across the room, with a devilish smile and steady look towards the bar, is, of course, good old Jeffrey. Meanwhile, back at the motel, the state police arrive asking questions to residents and the office clerk, showing photos and taking statements. The clerk agrees that's Matthew in the photo that is shown. Seeing the burnout marks in the parking lot, one of the residents states that the Roadhouse a few miles away would be a perfect place to blend in for an escape plan. So they finish up and proceed to the Raging Bull Roadhouse. We have to approach with extreme caution and make sure no innocent people get hurt or killed. Noticing across the dance floor, crazy backwoods Jeffrey has magically appeared again. Dancing and staring at the same time, Matthew becomes nervous and suspicious. This crazy bastard, Matthew says out loud. Making his way to the back hall towards the bathroom, Matthew notices a storage closet, so he enters. Putting on an employee t-shirt and hat, a breaker box is spotted. The state police arrive and enter the Roadhouse, approaching the bar showing an inmate photo of Matthew. The lights and music stopped, and the panic starts to fill the room. Matthew begins to feel rage and anger, and stabbing and slicing his way through the crowd of panic to the exit door. Jeffrey spots Matthew getting in the stolen truck. Hey, Bubba, you need to seek help or something. Jeffrey, not now. Just stay away. You're crazy and weird. Leaning down, Matthew drops the knife in front of Jeffrey as he escapes the murder scene. Stumbling into the storage closet, an injured employee flips the breaker back on. A dance floor covered in blood, injured and dead bodies. Paramedics are dispatched to the scene. Jeffrey leans down and sees the knife and begins to pick up the murder weapon. Freeze! Drop the weapon. Do not move. Trooper yells out. Oh, you're truly amazing, Bubba. Jeffrey mumbles. That's the ending of part 4. Oh my! The plot thickens. You are correct. The plot does thicken. It seems like our country friend here, Jeffrey, has been set up to take, well, basically, to get away. Matthew has set Jeffrey up to take the heat. How this is all going to play out, I don't know. We just have to wait until part 5. Part 5 is entitled, what did I say I was going to call it? I just had it in my mind earlier. Oh. I'll think about it. We'll get back to it. It will be known. But yeah, it looks like he conjured up a plan. So if Jeffrey's going to be around, he's going to use him to his advantage instead of trying to get away from him, even though that's what he's been doing. But how about get away from him and with a little extra in order to get the heat off of him. Let's put all the heat on Jeffrey and see, because at this moment Matthew thinks Jeffrey's stupid, retarded. He's they're gonna drill him in the hot seat once they get him into questioning and stuff like that. He's not smart enough to, basically beat the case. So I don't know. We'll find out. But I hope you're enjoying the stories so far as Backwoods Terror, What Lies Inside, and of course Rush. And like I've stated in past videos, all these stories are, they can stand on their own. There's really no connection to all 3 of these. They basically have their own podium that they can stand on and be like, look, this is me, and the next one, that's them. And that's right. He's pointing the finger elsewhere. That's right. He's like, look at here. Mm-hmm. That's right. Like I said in the last, what was it, the last part, he was conjuring up a plan in his head, but he wasn't foolproof with it yet. He didn't know how to execute it. And it's just magically how it all fell into place, what they call Jeffrey had just happened to be at the right place at the right time for Matthew, but yeah, it's crazy, people. But I think as the story goes on, these next 3 parts are going to be very interesting. There'll probably be a little bit more dialogue than this part. This was more storytelling, less dialogue, and we'll actually get to figure out what's going on. I'm sorry it was short, but it's good to keep you speculating and guessing. Like I said, Glory Bees Live was good inspiration. Lord God. Setting the mood for the future. That's right. That's right. But I'll give a little update. The little breaking news. After this story is complete, uh, I'm going to come back with a live. It will be open panel. I was going to do it a while back, but I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. Uh, really didn't have nothing to go on for real for something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna come back with a live. It's gonna be open panel. Uh, whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about something you're going through with your channel or something like that, all issues are welcome. Because I really don't have any kind of excitement going, but telling stories or something like that. But I will voice my opinion, because that's what it'll be. It just from me, it just be opinionated. This is what I think or whatever. But I guess I could say, bring your problems to me. Bring your dirty laundry over. I'll let you use my washer. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the live will be entitled YouTube Civil War. I've got the picture for it already. So which side are you on? Are you on, which side are you on? The crazy side or the good side? Civil War. There's a war going on, people, and we're fighting it to the T, like Iraq. That's what. Yeah, ask Jay. Just ask Jay. What do you think? I don't know. What's your opinion on this? It's like I was saying. Anything you got going on, anything hot, that's really been, bring it on over. Bring it on over. We'll talk about it. I'm sure we'll piss a few people off in the long run, but that's normal. That's on anybody's panel. Anybody that panels up, people's going to be like, "Oh my God, they paneled up. I gotta check it out." It's like elementary school. Oh my God, they're talking about you. Da 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 da. No, but stay tuned. Right after this story, YouTube Civil War is coming. And if I don't get my channel terminated by psychos and weird people, I will be back to restart up the discussion about movies, horror comedy, romantic comedy, whatever your flavor is. I'll put a poll out or something, and which one ever gets the highest number, we'll talk about it. We'll discuss the movie and have speculations. But everybody get ready, because September 26th, we're going to cut all that shit off. We're going to turn down the lights, and we're going to get ready for Daryl Dixon, Walking Dead, Season 2, The Book of Carol. Every episode, we're going to break it down. We're going to speculate. We're going to have our opinion on it. If it was garbage, if it was filmed wrong, or the color grading wasn't good. If we didn't like the way Daryl Dixon freaking smelled that episode, we're going to go deep and we're going to go hard on the season. Because it's Walking Dead time, people. And that will be my main focus until that is done. And we get that out of the way. That's right. Daryl time is coming. September 26th or 25th, I believe. First episode. So you can expect me at least maybe a day or two after that, because I got to digest it. Maybe watch it a couple of times. Make sure I get everything. And hopefully Carol can, get Daryl back home. But with our protagonists in The Walking Dead, nothing is ever easy. There's always a fight. There's always a battle. There's always main characters getting killed. It's never easy. But let's pray that Daryl Dixon gets back home and gets to see his big brother Rick. Because we already know Michonne is not letting Rick leave the fucking compound. She's got that ass on lockdown. Yep, you're right. R.I.P. dog. And I hope. I don't want them to really mention that in the show, but if they do, at least make it to where it fits in. Yeah, R.I.P. dog. Dog was great. Dog has seen some fair share of shit, just as long as the rest of them. But R.I.P. dog. R.I.P. The tiger. What's it? Shiva. Yeah, R.I.P. Shiva. And we give a big shout out to Carl. Carl, we love you, Carl. You handled business. He did it. He did his best, to try to get everything calmed down between Negan and Rick, and But hey, we are having a movie night, Dog Day afternoon. All right, there you go. Hell yeah, movie night, man! If I had the equipment, I would do that. I'd do a movie night. Watch some old classics or something. Send a poll out. Which movie y'all want to watch, or you know, I'd call it Jay's Drive-In. Y'all come on in. Hey, that could be down the road. That's a good idea. Dog Day afternoon. Oh, hubby got to pick the movie tonight. All right. Hell yeah. Dog Day afternoon. Have I seen that movie? I don't think so. I might have to check it out. There's still a lot of movies I haven't seen, old and and new. There's a lot out there that I haven't seen. you used to do that, watch a movie and talk shit. Hey, we can bring that back. We can bring that back. Just give us a reason to hang out and shoot, gossip and shoot the bull. Call it Kate's Drive-In, or or something like that. And maybe one day, one of my stories will become a movie, and y'all can review that. Oh man, I wish. That'd be great. But anyways, Al Pacino was. It's an Al Pacino movie. Oh yeah, okay. Oh man, yeah, Al Pacino's got a lot of movies. I've only seen about a handful. Well, of course, Scarface and all of his gangster movies. I've seen. What's that one movie? I think it was him and Michelle Pfeiffer. Was it Sin of a Woman? And uh, uh, I think it was an. I think I seen one of his other ones too. What was it? Uh, Injustice for All. I believe that was the name of it. Oh, of course. He was in Any Given Sunday. My favorite has got to be with Keanu Reeves, the Devil's Advocate. I like that. I really like that. It was weird. Is the bank hold up gone wrong? I like movies like that. Hell yeah, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, probably one of my favorite Pacinos is it's between the Devil's Advocate and the iconic Heat. You know, the face off between him and Robert De Niro. Oh man, you get no better than that. Icons sitting in the same room. Yeah, Heat and Devil's Advocate probably one of my two favorites. And it's funny, he's also played in comedies too. I think he was in the Adam Sandler comedy, Jill, where Adam Sandler played himself, and he also played his supposed to be twin sister or something like that. I think Al Pacino was in that too. You can't forget Scarface. Look, listen, I'm gonna say this right now, and if anybody's out there listening and they get pissed, you're not a real gangster. Gang, gang. You're not a real gangster if you don't know Scarface. All real gangsters know Scarface. Al Pacino. And if you're really a gangster, you'll know the black and white one version of Scarface, the OG version. Any gangster is going to be able to know Goodfellas, Scarface, Casino, um, The Untouchables with Kevin Costner and Sean Connery, Carlito's Way. Um, let's see if I can't name a couple more. Uh, oh man, hold on. Let me think. Even the TV series Sopranos. You know, that's how you know you're a real gangster. Yeah, Scarface got all the great punchlines in it. Great setup. You know, Miami, Florida. That's okay. That's okay. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman. I can quote Scarface all day long. All day long. Yeah, Boris Karloff in the original. Absolutely. Hmm. You like me? I don't know if there's any fans out there, uh, but I love the old black and white Universal monster movies: Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, um, Creature in the Black Lagoon. Uh, the Nosferatu. Even though they got a new version coming out this December, that I'm hyped to check it out because I've seen the trailer and it looks good. Because I'm a big fan of Bram Stoker's Dracula. I thought that was with I think it was Gary Oldman. That was top notch, for that time period, and it's one of my favorite Dracula movies. Uh, but yeah, no, and as far as the original Salem's Lot, Stephen King, that was a good movie too. Even though it was like a mini TV series when it first came out. Because I have it on disc here somewhere, and it's like 4 hours long. You know, it's real deep, but yeah, it's good. Anything Vincent Price? Yeah, I've seen some Vincent Price. The original Fly movie, and also shout out to the one with Jeff Goldblum. That was a good one too. It's one of my childhood favorites growing up. I've seen the black and white Fly, the original House of Wax, and the ones from the 80s. Um, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the one with Donald Sutherland, and the original. Oh man, House on Haunted Hill. I think that was Vincent Price. Yeah, I've seen the old and the new and the modern version of that. Yeah, Salem's Lot was awesome. We'll have to talk, Kate. We're gonna have to talk some Salem's Lot. We'll have to talk about it. I'll have to go back and find it and rewatch it and come back with a discussion on Salem's Lot. But yeah, if you got Hulu and you like Stephen King, there's a show on there. I believe it's still on there. I have to look and see and make sure. It came out maybe a few years ago. It's called Castle Rock. Each season is a different story. I think it's only 2 seasons, and season one kind of takes place mostly in the town of Castle Rock, and it also has scenes inside the Shawshank prison. Um, and season two is 90% based on Annie Wilkes from Misery. When she was younger, you get to meet her daughter. Well, you never knew she had a daughter in the Misery movie, but it's almost like a backstory type deal. This is way before she gets obsessed with the books uh, and the writer, but all that comes into play towards the end. So yeah, if you're really into that, check it out. Castle Rock, as is the title of the series. It's 2 seasons. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I actually enjoyed it and was wanting more. I was kind of hoping they would have done season three if they would have did more. I kind of hoped season three would have took place at the Overlook Hotel, kind of the Shining vibe, because they did kind of tease at the end of season one a shining, thing coming. But I don't know. Kathy Bates did Dolores Claiborne. Too good. Oh yeah, Dolores Claiborne. I've got that book. I've got the Dolores Claiborne hard copy. I've got Dolores Claiborne, Gerald's Game, uh, Pet Cemetery, The Stand, uh, It. I've got the It book, hardback. Uh, and there's one more I got. But yeah, there's a softback I got of Stephen King. It's called Nightmares and Dreamscapes. Skeleton Crew, yeah. What about the Graveyard Shift? What we know about Stephen King's The Graveyard Shift? Now that was a good one. Gigantic rat bat. Good God. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a gigantic rat bat. Good grief. Yeah, Graveyard Shift was good. Tommy Knockers. Uh, that was a good little mini series. Well, it's a good book too. Oh yeah, Tommy Knockers, Sleepwalkers. Hated them damn cats. Yeah, the rats. Oh my god. And that's what the monster was a gigantic rat bat. Good grief. Maximum Overdrive, absolutely. Absolutely. Even though Stephen King said he was high as hell when he did that movie. Hey, but he did a classic though. Amazing soundtrack. ACDC's Who Made Who album is the soundtrack to Maximum Overdrive classics. Uh, yeah, Maximum. Matter of fact, I'm going to watch that tonight. I've actually got that. Um, Tonight, I'm going to go back and watch Maximum Overdrive with Emilio Estevez. Blow up some trucks and we're a speaking role creep show. The great, yeah, oh yeah. Well, you got to remember, Stephen King did the creep show. He kind of he was part of it, like producer and stuff like that. I don't know if he did all of them, like the sequels, like Creep Show 2, and I keep hearing there's a third one, and I said I've never seen it. I've seen 1 and 2, but I know for a fact he was a big part of part 1. Yeah, Creep Show was good for what is it, anthology type deal, different stories and stuff. And Stephen King always made an appearance in almost every film. I mean, it was like a split second. If you'd have to catch it real quick, it wasn't a big part, but he was always in all of his movies. He made a an appearance somewhere. Even in the new version of The Stand, uh, which I like it too. I like the old version with Gary Sinise and Rob Lowe. I mean, all-star cast in that damn thing. But I did like the kind of the what I call the reboot with it, uh, with I know his last name Skarsgård. He played in True Blood. He was one of the vampires. Not Bill Skarsgård, his brother. But anyways, he played the devil in the new version of The Stand, and you had James Marston uh, played Gary Sinise's part. And of course Amber Heard was in there. She played the crazy woman that slept with the devil, threw herself out the window. But yeah, I mean, even that version, to me, it's like it had a little darker tone to it. They kind of, fleshed different scenes out a little bit more. Um, but it all played just like the original, and I think it was good too. Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, that's his name, Alexander Skarsgård. Yeah, and I'm still working on True Blood, people. I'd like to do some recap on that series as well, but I'm not really that far into it. Uh, but I do go back and watch a few episodes. True Blood is wild. It's a wild show. And I know there's probably some Dexter fans out there. I I've seen Dexter, but not from top to bottom or beginning to end. I don't know. Maybe I ought to try to watch it. See if I can get into it. I heard it's good. It's real popular. Hitchcock. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, man. Well, we'll holler at you on the next one, Kate. I'm not going to be on here much longer either. I just want to say that was part 4, Roadhouse Massacre. Part 5's coming. The plot thickens, people. Jeffrey's got the murder weapon, and he's about to be surrounded by police. What's going to happen? I don't know. We'll find out. But y'all have a good night, good weekend. Try to avoid the crazies all you can. YouTube Civil War coming soon. Horror movies coming soon. Daryl Dixon is on his way. Well, Carol's on her way to France. We'll be hitching a ride with her. But I'll see you then. Content's coming, people. Content's coming.